All right, it's kind of a rainy day here today, so I'm going to stay inside where it's dry and solve a Sudoku. This is called Gyroscope by Ambrose. As you can see, the pattern of the arrows and such, I guess, kind of gives you a gyroscopy look. All right, so I think standard Sudoku rules, standard arrow rules, and standard killer rules. So all we got to do is the digits in the cages have to sum to the number in the corner if it's given. Some of them, like this one, don't have a total. In fact, it looks like just two of them have totals. And then, in addition, the arrows, so the numbers along the arrow have to sum to the digit in the circle. And that is it. So I'll leave a link in the description as usual. Give it a try. I'm going to do it now. And let's see what happens. So immediately, of course, I look at this one in the middle here, right? Because it's got arrows sticking out in every direction. And they're all 2-cell arrows. So, I mean, it obviously has to be at least 3 because it has 2-cell arrows. But if it was 3, all of these would have to have 1s and 2s on them. So it's not going to be 3. If it was 4, again, it would have to be 1 and 3. 5 could be 1, 4, or 2, 3. But yeah, I think it's going to have to be 9, actually, because. Right, yeah, it has to be 9, obviously. Okay. Yeah. All we got to do is say there has to be a 9 somewhere in this box. If the 9 is not on the circle, then the 9 has to be on one of the arrows. But a 9 cannot be on a 2-cell arrow with a total that's then less than 9. So this has to be a 9. Okay, so we get a digit right away. That's good. Let's see. Okay, so these are going to be obviously the digits 1 through 8. And then this the outer ring here, every other cell is also going to be the digits 1 through 8 because it's going to be the counterpart. So wherever the 8 is, you're going to put a 1 with it. Wherever the 7 is, you're going to put a 2 with it, and etc. And so you're going to have the digits 1 through 8 in all 8 of those as well. So I'm not sure what that really does for us, though. Just knowing that. For those that are familiar with the Fistamafel ring and set theory and stuff, there's a little bit of it kind of looks like we might be able to use that, but I'm not really sure how because we're not really very limited up here. We've got these. Oh, well, the 6 cages, of course. 6 has to be 1, 2, and 3. Should have done that right away. So this is going to be. Let's see, the minimum would be 2, the max would. Or the minimum would be 2. You can't do 1 and 1. The minimum would be 3, the max would be 5. So this is 3, 4, or 5. As is this one. Let's see. Oh, the 3-cell arrows. So since these are 3 in the same row or column, they have to be different. So these are going to be 6, 7, 8, and 9. 6, 7, 8, or 9, I should say, because there can be some repeats. You could have 8, 9 here and 8, 9 up here, for example. So I guess these two then, since it's the counterpart with the 3, 4, 5, are also 3, 4, 5. These, okay, right. So these are gonna be limited to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, so knowing that we need to have 1 through 8 around the outside here, where are the 7 and the 8? They have to be right here, which gives us a 1 and a 2 in the middle. And so 7 and the 8 in here have to be somewhere in these 4. 6, 7, and 8 all have to be in those 4, actually. But, okay, so there has to be, Right, so there has to be a 6 somewhere out here. So one of these circles is a 9 for sure. Because the only way you can have a 6 on a 3-cell arrow is if it's 1, 2, 6, which makes 9. But 7 and 8. So these I'm not sure what the point of these cages is. I guess just for repeating digit. You can't repeat a digit. That's probably what these are for. So whatever's in here, we can't put in those two. Otherwise, I'm not sure what the cages would do for us. 1, 2. Right. So we can't repeat a digit. So these can't be 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. These either of these sets of 3 on the arrows, because you need to have a 1 or a 2 in this other cell. So this can't be 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4, which means it can't be 6 or 7. Same with this one. This can't be 6 or 7. And if it's 8, it's going to have to be 1, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 5. Now, what else can we do? So the 1, but we could still have a 1. 1 and 2 could still be over here. It would just have to be 1 in one of them and, the other 2 in the other, potentially. Now, if... Right. Okay. I think I'm starting to put this together. So, one of these has to be a 1. We don't know which one, but one of these two has to be a 1. And therefore, one of these two arrows can't have a 1 on it. And the only way you can do 3 cells without a 1 is 2, 3, 4, making 9. So one of these two has to be a 9. But the one that is a 9 is going to be with a 2, 3, 4. Oh, and so there's either 2, 3, 4 here or a 2, 3, 4 there. Either way, it rules out 3 and 4 from that. That is a 5. Makes this a 4. Oh, no, hold on. First of all, let's turn off our highlight conflicts. But it actually helped us here. I messed up. These are not 3, 4, 5. I don't think it really is going to affect anything we already did. But these are 6, 4, 5, because these two do not add up to 8. They add up to 9. Okay. Anyways, that shouldn't affect what we did out here. But we can still say that one of these two is 2, 3, 4. And it eliminates the 3, 4. So that's 5. This should be 4. There we go. That's 4. This is not 5. And now, okay, so we know we can't have 5 on any of these because we said the digits 1 through 8 had to be on these 8 cells. Now, you can still have a 5 in one of these other spots. But now that we know one of these is 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so let's just pretend this is the one that's the 1. This is going to be 2, 3, 4. The other one will have a 2 here, which means it can't be 1, 2, 6. So you can't have a 6 on either of these arrows. There has to be a 6 on one of these arrows, which means one of these two has to be a 9. And it'll have to be whichever one, obviously, is not on here. But there's a 9 in box 3 up here and in box 7 down here, for sure. We just don't know which one is which yet, but that's the opposite one, basically. So one of these is 1, 2, 6. That's not as helpful. I was hoping maybe it was going to do the same thing up here. So this is, so 5. So this has to be 2 and 3, which gives us the 1. Can't have a 5 here, obviously, or here. So one of these is 2, 3, 4, and one of them is 1, 3, 4. So we definitely have a 3-4 in both of these. One of these is going to be 1, 2, 6. Okay, so right, there has to be a 6 on one of these things, so it's got to be on one of these two. Because those are the only arrow tips, basically, that still have 6 as an option. And whichever one has the 6, the other one can't have a 6, because we've already decided that, whichever one is the 9, if this is the 9, then the other one on the other side has to be the 9, so this would not be able to be 9. So we can remove 6 from these. This is 3 or 4, so it's either 1, 2, or 1, 3. So there's definitely a 1 on there, which puts that one as a 2 or a 3. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple up here, but I'm not really sure. So these are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but what does that do for us? I mean, we kind of have a quadruple here with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here, but so maybe it's helpful this way. Yeah, so I'm just gonna write those in there. These 4 are all 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that's 5 digits in 4 cells, so that's not super helpful. But one thing is this 1 down here eliminates a 1 right here. So none of these can be 1s. So there's definitely a 1 on this arrow. But that still doesn't tell us much, because it could be 1, 2, 6. It could be anything. Can't be 1, 3, 4. Could be 1, 2, 5 though, so it could still be 8. C's. Now it's not as helpful over here. These 4 are also 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but we don't have the 1 eliminated over here like we do at the bottom. Ah. Yeah, the shape of these cages. This cell right here, let's make it yellow. Obviously, these can't be 8 or 9, but whatever is in that yellow cell can't be in this row either, and it can't be in here because of the cage, so that one is going to be yellow as well. And it's going to match up down here. Now, we know these two are different. Otherwise, we could put the yellow here, but there's a yellow in one of these too. And I guess you can do the same thing down here, right? This one is going to be, we'll make it blue, and it's going to have to be that one for the same reason, because it can't be in the cage, and it obviously can't be in those. So this one has to be up here, and that one has to be down here. But I'm not sure what that tells us other than those two. Let's see. Over here, the yellow has to be up there. The blue, yeah. So we know the yellow's got to be up there and the blue's got to be over here. Okay, can we do the same kind of thing with this one? I don't know. Don't know that we can't. Yeah. Because So I was thinking, well, this could be 6, and we still have a 6 possibility here. But no, because if this is 6, obviously the 6 can't be on the arrow. So these have to be different, no matter what they are. So whatever this is, it's not going to be able to be here. Can't be in the cage, and it can't be in the same column. So yeah, we've got the same kind of thing going on here. Let's make those red, and then I think we're going to be able to do the same thing up here. Ah, no, that one's not in a cage. So we don't have the same. Now, what's interesting is either the red and the yellow. Here, let's just make this one green, just because. Oop. So either the green and blue or the red and yellow are going to be 9. Now, if it's the green and the blue, then you'll end up with a 9 up there. So if the green and blue are the 9s, then it follows the same pattern, even though there's no cage. That 9 works with the red and the yellow, or the green and the blue. If the red and the green are the 9s. No, sorry. Yeah. Red and green can't be. It'd be blue and green, or red and yellow. So one of these is 1, 3, 4. One of them is 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, no, we've got a 5. Okay, we've already got the 5. I was going to say one of these two has to be a 5, but no, we've already got the 5. And we've got a 3 or a 4. So these 4 are going to be 1, 2, and 6, plus a 3 or a 4. The 1 and 2 will match up with a 7, 8 in the middle. The 6 will match up with a 3 in the middle. Okay, so what do we know? This is 1, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4. So it's definitely got a 4. So there's no 4 here. So the 4 is over here. But this one is also 1, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4. Right. So there's a 4 in both of these. So you can't have a 4 in any of those. So this is a 4. There's a 4 up here. And a 4 over here. That's less helpful. I'll mark it anyways. Let's see. So there's a 4. Now, do we know? Yeah, we don't know that there's a 4 in there because it could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 2, 5. Now, I want to think about this. If this is a 3, then these would have to be. One of these is a 9 for sure. So one of these is 1, 2, 6. So whichever one it is, the other one. Yeah, there's just too many options avoiding the 3 and the 4. I mean, you could have 1, 2, 6 and 1, 2, 5 and have it be 8 and 9, and you wouldn't use the 3 or the 4. Oh. Oh, okay. So you've all been yelling at the screen, and now I finally see it. We have a 1, 2, 3 triple up here. Ah. All right, so these are 1 and 3. Ah. Blind. Okay. So now that we don't have the 4, one of these is 1, 2, 6. The other one is going to have to be 1, 2, 5. Because it can't be 1, 3, 5. Because that would be 9. But we know that these can't both be 9. Because one of these two has to be a 9. So one of them is 1, 2, 5. One of them is 1, 2, 6. So they both have a 1, 2. Okay. So this has a 1 and a 2. This has a 1 and a 2. This is... These both have 3, 4. I'm going to write those in to remember. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 1, 2. So definitely a 1 in here. I can't have 1 there. So there's a 1 up there. It's not super helpful. So these have to be... these can't be 4 over here because we've already got a 4 on an arrow tip. So these have to be 1, 2, 3, and 6. Now, one of these two is a 6. Wait, did I... Yeah, we said you can't have a 3 in here, right? Yeah, can't have a 3 in here. It's 1, 2, 5 or 1, 2, 6. So one of these is a 6. The other one is going to have to be a 1 or a 2. Right, so one of these two is a 3. So, we can do our 5 here because of the 4. That's going to remove those 5s there. We have a 1, 2 pair now, so this can't be a 1 or a 2. 1, 2 pair this way. So these two are 3 or 4. So these two are the same. Don't know if that necessarily helps, but they're the same. So whichever those are is down here, but it could be right there on that tip. So okay, there's a 6 in one of these two, so there's a 3 in one of those. There's a 3 in one of these. There's a 6 in one of these, and then the 7, 8 are going to be in here as well. The 4 here. Get rid of those 4s. Oh, yeah, and we have to have a 3 and a 4 in both of these. Right. So this has to be the 4, and this has to be the 4. Because we have to have a 4 on that arrow. So those are 4s. So 4 up here and a 4 there, and this can't be a 4. There's a 4 in this cage here. Don't know how helpful that is, but okay. So this is 1, 3 or 2, 3, each of these. So, all right, what's next? We know 1, 2, 5 or 1, 2, 6. There's definitely 1 and a 2. Okay, we can't have a 3 over here. Right. So in row 3, where can a 3 go? It can't be over here in this box. Can't be in any of these, so it's got to be over here. So this is a 3. That's going to give us our 2 and 3 down here. That's nice. Now, can we do the same thing here? Yes. Where's the 3 in column 3? Can't be in any of those. So this is a 3. There's a 3 here and a 3 here. And up there. Okay, so slowly making some progress. So 1, 2, 3. So there has to be 6, 7, 8, and 9 down here. We know the yellow has to be here and the blue has to be here. Now, the green also has to be over here, right? This has to be blue and green, but they can both be the same. They could both be 9, for example. If they're not the same, then these are blue and green. And we can do the same kind of thing. The yellow and the red, it's either yellow and red here, or they're both the same. Okay, so 1, 2, 6, 7. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9 right here, right? And so are these two. We already have 4 and 5, so this has to be 1, 2, or 3, and it sees a 2 and a 3. This is a naked single. How about that? 3 and 1. Very nice. 2, 2. There's a 2 over here. We already have a 2 there, so this has to be a 2, which gives us the 4. And this 4. Now, can we do the same kind of thing elsewhere? So there's a 5 over there, which means there's a 5 in here. Okay, what about this way? This is also 6, 7, 8, or 9, which means this is a 1, 2, or 3, and it already sees a 3, but it could be a 1 or a 2. It's not quite as good. So whichever one is not here. So the other one. So there's a 1 or a 2 in here, because you can't have 1 and 2 down here. One of them's there, and the other one has to be in here, but red and yellow are here. Okay, so there's definitely a 1 in here, and a 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if there's, right, so there's a 5 or a 6 in here. And so, oh, but it could be here. I was going to say the 5 or the 6 in here has to be over here, but that's not true. It could be up there. 1 and 2. There's a 1 and a 2 here, so there has to be a 1 and a 2. Right. So 1, 2, 1, 2 there. There's the 1, 2 down here, which means these two cells have to be 1 and 2. Don't have the same thing over here. We definitely have a 1 over here, though. 5. So there's a 5 there. There's a 3 up here. 3 in the middle here. 2, 3. There's a 4 down here. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. 5. All right. So what do we look at now? There's so many different things to look at in this puzzle. Well, we know. Oh, right. We have the 1 here now. This 1. So this is 2, 3. So this is our 2, 3, 4. Good. That gives us the 1 and the 2, 7. This is the 1 and the 3. This is the 8 up here. This is 2, 3, 4. So this is the 9. This is 1, 3, 4. So this is the 8. This is going to have to be the 9. Okay, that's what we needed right there. This is 1, 2, 6. This one's going to be 1, 2, 5, which is going to be a. Uh-oh. Ah. And I have 2 8s. So I obviously did something wrong. Well, guess let's go back. Like everything I was doing was so good too. So one of these is an 8, and it has to be on the one with the 9. Right, so you can't have. I think I know what I did wrong. All right, let's go back. Yep. Okay. Right back here, I removed the 3. I'm not sure why. I said these had to be 1, 2, 5 and 1, 2, 6, but that's not right. Because you can have 1, 2, 3, and then it would be 6. So that's wrong. Removing that 3 was wrong. Okay. I think maybe we can salvage it from here. So we can still do a lot of the same things. We had 6, 7, 8, and 9, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It can't be a 2. 4. There, it gives us this 5. So these can't be 5. But we don't get our 1, 2 pairs. So that's less helpful. But this, right. But this still has to have 3 and 4. It's either 1, 3, 4 or 2, 3, 4. So this is still a 1 because there has to be a 3 or 4 in here. Yeah, because that has to have a 3 and a 4. Same thing here. 6, 7, 8, or 9. 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. It can't be 3 or 4, so it's a 1 or a 2. That 1 is going to give us the 3 and the 1. So now 1, 2. There's definitely a 1. There's definitely a 1 and a 2 in here. It's either 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, or 1, 2, 6. These can't be 7s, actually. Because you can't have 1, 2, 4. But we still have a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. And there's a. Oh, but we don't have 2 down here. How did we get the 2 down here before? There's a 2 in there. Oh, right. The same thing I missed earlier. This is not a 1. Oh, not a 1. This is a 1. So it still gives us, right, it still gives us the 9. This is not the 9. This is the 1 and the 8. So this has to be a 6. There's the problem. These are going to be 1, 2, and 3. 8, 1, 2, 7. So this is going to have to be the one that's 1, 2, 6. And this is the 9. This is the 8. Okay. All right. So this is going to be 1, 3, 4. This is not 1 or 4. This is a 3. This can't be a 2. This can't be a 3 or a 1. It's 2, 1, 3. Okay. I think we're back on track now. These have to be 7 and 9. These are 6 and 8. So, oh, the 1, 4 here gives us the 2. The 1, 1. There's a 1 here because of these, and the 1's here. The 2 That gives us the 1 and the 2 there. 2, 4 gives us the 3. And we've also got the 2 there, so this is 4 and 2. Okay, let's fill in the middle here, because we've got the 6 and the 2, which is going to give us the 7 and the 3. We've already got a 4 on an arrow, so this has to be 1 with 8, and this is going to have to be 3 with 6. Makes this a 1 and this a 4. All right, it's looking much better now. This can't be 6, 7, or 8. 7, 8, 6. This can't be 6, 7, or 8, so that's 5, 9, which gives us a 3 down here, which fixes the 2 and 3. Okay. What about up here? 3, 4, 5. So 6, 7, and 8. This one can't be 6. These two can't be 8, so those are 6 and 7. That makes this an 8. Over here, we're just missing a 5. 2, 3, 4, 7. These are 4 and 7 up here because of the 2, 3 on the other side. So these are going to be 2 and 3. And the 2, 3 down here gives us the order. The 4 down here gives us the 4 and the 7. We're missing 4, 5, and 6 down here. This one can't be 4. Okay. Now, let's go across. Oh, this has to be 9, right, because of our coloring. Should have known that. Fill those in. Let's see, 6 can be in either of those, actually. Okay, so across row 4 here, 3, 7, and 8. And then we have a 3 and an 8 there. So this is 7, gives us a 6 and the 7. So 3 and 8. There's the 3 down here, so this is 8 and 3. That 8 is going to give us the 6 and the 8 down here. We have a 6 now. So in the column, we need 4 and 5 there. All right, what about this row? 5, 6, and 7. 5 and 7 over here already, so this is a 6, and then the 7 over here gives us 5 and 7. We need 5 for the column, 1. This, the 5 gives us the 4. This is an 8. 5 up above gives us 6 and the 4 and the 5. 9, 7 and 9. Okay. So across here, 6, 7, and 9. We have a 6 and a 9 in the middle there. So this is 7, 9, 6, 7. We need 2, 5, and 9. And we have a 2 and a 5. So this is the 9, the 2, and then there's a 2 up above. 2 and 5. Okay, so for the column, 8 and 9. And the 8 over here gives us 9 and 8. It gives us the 5 and the 9. Finish the row, we need 5 and 6. And for this, we need 4 and 7, which has to be in that order. All right, there we go. A bit of a mess up in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I think it's good for people to see mistakes and how to correct mistakes sometimes. I was able to catch my mistake, undo, and continue. That kind of thing happens sometimes. So there you go. That was Gyroscope by Ambrose. That was a really fun puzzle. It was really cool how, I mean, I had to jump around quite a bit, and I liked the idea of using, all 1 through 8 in these arrow tips because of the 1 through 8 having to be in here. And the killer cages, I actually thought they were going to be more helpful initially, but once I realized they didn't have totals, they were pretty much just there for making sure you couldn't repeat a digit, which was kind of cool. Worked out well. That was a fun puzzle. I liked it. Shouldn't have taken me nearly as long as it did, but that's okay. That's the way it goes some days. So thank you, Ambrose, for that puzzle. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.